Hey Mason, Liam here, just recording my video response, the first video response to your top 10 NES games video with my top 10 NES games. It's really hard for a system with 600 some odd titles in its library to pick only 10. So there will be, at the end of this video, some honorable mentions. But let's get right down to it. Ranking in at number 10, the best sports game of all time, Blades of Steel. At number 9, this seems like an odd choice for top 10 NES games, but I've always been a fan of level editors, and Monster Truck Rally here not only has a really great level editor and can generate its own random tracks, but also supports the Fourscore and Satellite for multiplayer mayhem when you have your friends over and you want to race. So that's a pretty cool game. My number 8 is your number 1, unfortunately, Final Fantasy. It's in here, and really Final Fantasy for me is something that belongs in the top 10, but its position can shift. Like, all of the games after Final Fantasy, and including Final Fantasy itself in my top 10 list, are kind of an ever-changing conglomerate. You know, I've ordered them like this now, but they take on a different order depending on when you catch me. Another one that some people might not pick, Bucky O'Hare, often called the Konami Mega Man. It's just a fun little game. I've always loved it. I don't know. That was number 10987. So number 6, we have a great little puzzle game, The Adventures of Lolo 3. Always a fan of puzzle games like this. That would explain my next choice as well. Kickle Cubicle. Sort of similar gameplay to Adventures of Lolo 3, but with I just like it a little bit better than Lolo. And oh, my cart is maybe a Paul cart, with a bad cart collection, but I've always loved that game, so that's fine. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Number 4, we have Zoda's Revenge, Star Tropics 2. This game absolutely enthralled me as a child. It was one of the original 13 games I owned when I was a kid. Before I actually started collecting, I only had 13 games, and Zoda's Revenge was one of them. When I beat this game, I was so happy. I was like, oh yeah, I beat Zoda's Revenge! And so at number 3, Kirby's Adventure. Always a good fan of a Kirby game, and yeah, Kirby's Adventure is my favorite game in the Kirby series, excluding the Great Cave Offensive, which is part of Kirby Superstar on the SNES, simply because I'm an unlockable treasure sort of hunter, find all the secrets type guy when I game, and that game lends itself really well to someone like me. Super Mario Bros. 3 ranking in at number 2. I got this game for my 12th birthday back in 96, I guess. Or no, wait, I wouldn't have been 12. I must have been younger than that. It's probably 94. So I probably was 10 when I got this game. And there's no better Mario game than Super Mario Bros. 3. None. It's just so awesome. And my number 1 choice, some might criticize me for, but Mega Man 3. Now, you might criticize me for not picking Mega Man 2. which most people believe is the greatest in the Mega Man series. But I think Mega Man 3, 3 and 4, they pretty much got everything right. I mean, in Mega Man 2, the weapons are somewhat unbalanced. I mean, you have Metal Blade. As soon as you get Metal Blade, you don't use anything else. Except for that one boss that forces you to use Crash Bomb. Or other things that Metal Blade doesn't affect. In here, the weapons are balanced. It's the first appearance of Rush. You finally meet Proto Man. The music is just wicked awesome. What more do I need to say? The only thing it's missing is charging your Mega Buster, which we get in 4. And I mean, I could have picked any one of the 6 Mega Man games on NES for my Mega Man portion of my top 10. I could have been like some people and just said, well, Mega Man is in my top 10. And by Mega Man, I mean all 6 of them. But really, if I had to pick one, Mega Man 3. And I always try to play Mega Man 3 on Halloween, because I have a childhood memory of one Halloween having rented Mega Man 3, and for some reason playing Sparkman's level on Halloween and hearing my mom call me to come for dinner is a memory etched in my mind. So I don't know, I always try to play Sparkman's level on Halloween for some reason. Anyways, that's my top 10. Far different than your top 10, but as with all top 10s, this is not the top 10. This is my top 10. Honorable mentions that I couldn't list here because they would have taken me above 10 are games like Journey to Silas. That's an awesome game. And because I am a computer programmer by profession, so I've always enjoyed the programming mode in Stack Up, where one can write a sequence of codes for Rob to perform and then hit the select key and pray that Rob has done the right sequence of events to get the blocks from point A to point B without you having made a syntax error somewhere in the code. And and I mean, Stack Up in general is pretty cool. It has the synthesized up, down, left, right, open, close, and synthesized voice on the NES, though not very great, is always a cool thought. Anyways, take it easy.